Hey guys, Adrian back with you for another video. We're just in the process of waiting for our second floor. I can't wait till that comes. I'm doing a quick adjustment here. Just finished this unit. These two units are mirror images. This semi. So what you see on one is exactly identical to the other. Anyway, we're all leveled off. So you see what I'm looking at there? That is actually how it should be, and I'll explain why. So it's actually a 9.5 TGI floor, but there's a 3-ply LVL beam, 16-foot beam that spans this area here, but it's 11 7/8. So I have to drop it the difference so the top stays flush. I just realized that after the fact, but basically that is what we're looking at right there. So, and that all gets hangered off from both sides. So really no shortage of hangers on this floor. In the front we have a balcony that we're just running the beams for now. We're after break, sorry. And yeah, as soon as this floor comes, we will fly and finish it very quickly. But there's only a few things in this job that you can't control, and one of them is when the lumber comes. Around here, the lumber gets released on 2-day intervals. So walls, floor, that's 2 days. And then second floor wall, that's another 2 days. So sometimes you end up waiting for a roof depending on how big the house is. Guys, I want to quickly show you one thing here. Now, when you're doing townhouses or like this, semis, you got a lot of fire break drywall. Now, fortunately for me, I learned early on that instead of having to cut 3.5 strips to go in the party wall, like you see here, where you have fire break drywall along with poly to create a vapor barrier. So this won't apply. But wherever you got a 2x4 wall, which is more common on the second floor, you can just use these because they're already cut perfectly for you, and they just peel off. So it's just free material. I think that's really cool. So whenever I see drywall laying around, or stacks of drywall, I always wait till those dividers get freed up. The same way roughing in guys love these packing strips for the wood. Dividing strips. Let's say if you have a stud like this on an outside wall and it's got a nice crown to it, and the guy ended up using it, instead of smashing out the bottom stud and the top stud out 1/2 inch, providing it's brick, you can just find it, you can just staple that on and split the difference that way. Anyway, I used to do more roughing in work, back framing. Now I don't do so much. I prefer framing, to be honest with you. But yeah, here we are. We just need that second floor to show up, and we'll be golden. I think that after I adjust the next unit and do the balcony, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna actually do these landings, so we can put in our stairs right away. Keep the safety lady happy. So everything's ready. Door plates cut out, all leveled off. Guys, if you're working alone, last 2 days I've been working alone, this is a really easy way to brace your walls. And you can get dialed in really well with one person. And I leveled off both these units I'd say each unit took me about 15 minutes. And that's along with checking all the corners. And then I went up there and gave it a second look in the eye. And it passed the eye test. So, there you have it. This right here is very common construction. The reason you're seeing a header down there, along with above, is there's a basement window right below it. Same with this one here. And same with this one here. Okay guys, another thing I want to show you. On this house, they give you a measurement. I believe it's 1'6" from brick for this window, and then 23. Where's that? 23 by 63 opening here, and then they give you another measurement here. There's certain times where you have to honor the room and not the measurements. Now, what I mean by that is, so you can go with this measurement here, but you also have to consider the fireplace getting the same reveal, brick to brick, and the fireplace and getting the same reveal from this side and on the other side of the window, 18 feet away, the same reveal. Because that would look odd if you have a foot here and you got about 6 inches there because you went with the measurements. Guys, in all my years framing, I have yet to see a house that's smaller than the blueprints. It hasn't happened yet. I'm not saying it never happened, but so basically I'm going to stand back and I'll show you more clear what I'm looking at. So basically this middle window centered with the room, and then you have to find the same reveal from the garage, from the fireplace on both sides, the outside. And when you find that measurement, make this side the same reveal. So guys, sometimes you would totally screw yourself up if you went with just the measurements. Same with this. This opening here, it's just centered with the room. Alright? If you were to go with the measurements, you might be 2 inches off. Or maybe an inch. You might get lucky and be bang on, but same thing with this. Centered with the room. Sliding door. So you'll notice here what they call for is Tyvek wrap between both units, capped with fire break for a seal right up, and that's going to follow right up to the roof along with fire break. So that's pretty standard around here in these parts. 3 layers of insulation stop, just 1x4 at center 27, 54, 81. It's also how we do our blocks on 9-foot ceilings. 24, 54, 81. On 8-foot ceilings, we put our blocks at 2, 4, 6. I'll show you an example what I'm talking about. Right here, I'm actually standing in the stair opening, but I've covered it up because there's nothing worse than looking down and seeing the basement. It's not a very easy feeling. It's not a feeling you get used to. Okay, so basically when you're marking out your blocks, we put these in before we stood up this wall. But we marked 27, hooked on the top plate, 54, 81. And that keeps the drywallers all good and happy. Not much to show you. Everything's going pretty smoothly here. It's just, I just need that floor. And then once again, we'll be away to the races. Got a 15-inch 2-step drop here. So what I did, instead of building the 2x6 bearing wall all the way down, we packed it up to 15 and then put in our 2x8 and then did a wall underneath. And what that does, that avoids the all the hangers. because hangers are best avoided if you can. I'm going to try to show you what I mean. Maybe I can get in here. So do you see what I mean there? So what we've did is drop the landing 15 inches for the sunken. Sorry, drop the sunken 15 inches. And then put our 2x8 going front to back, our sunken floor, and then the wall underneath. And we just got to put mid blocks there, and whatever point loads are in that area. The bearing wall over there. Basically it for that. Guys, I was meaning to do product review on these new Milton Aero Pro fittings. Now, I bought them last week at Princess Auto, and for about 30 bucks, and it's 16 pieces, well, which isn't bad. So it's about just under 50 cents a piece. And what's up? Okay, no problem. So the only problem is I can't find them, but I really want to put them on the gun. I was meaning to get them on the gun for there, where you have a lot of doubles, 2x6, to nail, where you could use the extra air. But when I locate those, I will give the review, honest review, always unbiased, and let you guys know if it is worth shelling out the extra money for. My concern with these fittings is because of the extra diameter for the air hole, the 1/4 inch air hole, is that gonna in turn make them weaker? I guess that remains to be seen. But yeah, I'll be sure to give you guys that review as soon as I find them. Another question I had about those Aero Pro Milton fittings is, will they be universally accepted with my current guns if I have a tool that doesn't have that exact fitting on? That's another question. So that's upcoming. Guys, I'm gonna film a video with the GoPro when I'm on the floor, and it's going to be more of an action video, but I will do my best to explain exactly what I am doing. There's wearing a round wall, I just realized, so I apologize. But once again, let's review. Guys, whenever you see these drywall strips, pick them up, because they're useful. They're so useful when you on the second floor when you got party walls, and they're already pre-cut, so that's always nice. All right, guys, as always, take care, have a great evening, and look forward to the video once the floor comes. Bye for now.